Gemini. I'm here to do your reading for this week. We're going to start off with the raw cards, and then I will move to a different deck. Who knows which one? It's going to be a big old surprise for both of us. Okay. Okay. What are you doing? What are you doing, Gemini? Crossing over, making some changes, doing some things. Okay. This is good. This is all good. It looks like you've overcome, or either you've had to overcome, or yeah. Okay. These three came out. I'm just gonna take all of them because I don't like saying no to spirit. So yeah. We're taking them. Okay. Let me take a look. This is definitely a shift for you. Whatever this is right here, this is different. I'm just getting those two very distinct energies. You have definitely crossed over. You have made it to the other side. If this is the chicken, this is the other side of the road, and you made it. Um, and by the other side of the road, I mean the snake is both places. All I'm trying to say is that whatever you were working towards previously, because this is in the past position as well, you overcame people being jealous of you, trying to steal your power, not wanting you to realize that you have immense power within yourself. Literally, this snake right here is not a bad thing. Snakes are not bad, but the way that because it says transmute, I'm just gonna break down that word. Trans is like across, to cross over something. The transatlantic railroad, whatever. Transgender, transient, like from house to house. Um, Mute means not speaking or silent, unable to talk or communicate traditional ways. You were able to somehow hurdle a wall, I am now seeing. Literally scale a wall that felt so tall and so impossible that you weren't sure you were going to make it. This is both sides of the wall. This is why I was saying, if we look at this snake as being the two, the front and the back half of this, just like that, then it shows the way that you cross one way or the other. It could be up, down, however this happened. Because when we take this entire reading and flip it, we could also read it that way. So if you didn't get over something, I would say you were still undergoing evil eye kind of tendencies, people being jealous, people looking at you like you're crazy, people trying to somehow discredit you, gossip, malicious intent, and that your power had been taken. That this was powerfully what was happening to you at this moment, and maybe you were realizing that you've got this power, but you were not able to really get there, not quite yet, because this would have been in the reverse. You would not have gotten there, is my point. So sometimes with tarot, it's like a double negative, if you will. But a negative times a negative equals a positive. So this is a negative times a negative. So all of these came out in the reverse, which is negative. But because it's also like, typically you want to stay in your own sphere of life, unless you're doing something like trying to achieve a goal, moving from point A to point B, point A to point B, right? So that's just what I'm seeing here, is that you've crossed over. This is a crisscross applesauce, where you're no longer putting up with things that do not empower this breakthrough. This powerful card could fall this way or it could fall that way, and I just feel like it fits beautifully right there where it is. Yeah, the music like cut off right when I said that. Feel like it does. There's this compromise, maybe a silence within your own self that you've been following, rather than listening to the beat of other people's drums. I strongly am getting that you're able to compromise with yourself at this time on which ways you're going to transmute, with whom you are willing to have transactions with why, with how, with all of those essential questions. That came out of a chunk too. So yeah, you're creative, and you're able to use your creativity in a compromising manner. I'm seeing the vague outline of a green person there in the background as you. I'm seeing passive income for some reason. Comp, when you comp something, it's free. So when you're making a promise to someone financially or otherwise, you're meditating on a future endeavor. And I'm just seeing this green man as being the future endeavor that is now the snake that's made it across the road towards your creativity, right there. Okay, this one wants to come out. Ooh, okay. So there's this creative death actually sounds really ominous, but for a lot of artists, there's this strange process where you create something, you love it, you add some more to it, you hate it. You're like, I've destroyed it, it's not salvageable. Throw it away. You throw a hissy fit depending on your level of diva, and you let your inner child just like come out and recreate whatever it is that you're working on. Typically, you get to a point where you learn to love what you've created, or how to stop earlier so that you don't destroy your own work of art by overdoing it, or whatever the case may be. We all know those like overly bedazzled jackets that people have. Like, we probably could have stopped like 3 sleeves ago, but that's okay. Um, there's something about going. Oh, this is like, I don't know why this chocolate shop image is just coming up. You know, when you're a kid and you want to eat a whole bunch of candy all the time, you don't want to eat your greens or anything healthy. You almost want to just like die a slow chocolate death. You know what I mean? Like a just candy all day, every day, right? And although that's a great concept, it's a better one in creative concept, like with Willy Wonka, because when you eat too much of anything, it can cause issues, you know. Um, but I'm just saying a creative death here is like either writer's block, or this like, I just died the happiest person I've ever been, you know, one or the other. Because this is a transmutation of energy, I think it has much more to do with being able to compromise between those two extremes as an artist. So on the bottom of the deck, we've got psychic awareness and divine soul. You may have achieved the next level of ability personally or psychically. You might have been working towards that level of awareness for yourself, and some of your deeper seated senses could be awakening. Oh, that one wants to come out. Yep. Okay. So you don't even need to. So this is a funny card to me. Appreciation is, you can talk about money appreciating. You can also talk about appreciation as in gratitude. Okay. So whatever this is, I'm kind of feeling like it has nothing to do with money. I'm feeling like this is literally a spiritual or mental, maybe a relationship that you're in. Something is taking on the next level. And it might have been a lot of work, is what I'm getting right here, that to cross over was a ton of work. There's a lot of green pastures here, but I mean, literally the hand of God had to come down with some stars and drop some seeds there for these two people to meet, for this garden snake to have an Eden to live in and be eating good, getting fat, all that good stuff. Anyway, I'm just saying here that like you might kind of feel like this has been a thankless job, and finally you have battled your way to the other side, and this is great news. That's all I know how to say. Let me get one animal card to give us one more little tidbit of, just because I'm nosy. The swan. This is what I'm telling you. I really feel like this could be like the Black Swan story. You know, always ridiculed, always made fun of, never acknowledged for who they were. The swan, blackest, brownest swan of all. Right? All these other swans were part of the makeup or foundation of who this person has been, who this person will be, who this person always has had I'm just seeing these same sandy kind of colors are in the background here as well. Um, Always been in the grain of who this person is, and the transformation was really rough. I don't. This is framed in orange. I like oranges, but they are tangy and a little bit citrusy. Like not as citrusy as maybe a lemon or a lime, but they still have citrus, so they can hit that sour note in the back of your throat, or it just, how your jaw stings a little bit sometimes. I'm just getting transformation, loss of innocence and beauty. So this could have been really, you could have just gone through something relatively traumatic. I'm sorry if there literally was a death. Maybe this will give us clarification. Okay, so maybe something that you were in the middle of creating has been like you had to put everything down to make the creativity work. Yeah, you had to quit. You had to just put down all your devotion, all your judgment, and just be like, you know what? This is just gonna, whatever it is, what it is. That's what I'm getting from this. It is what it is. You had to compromise with yourself. You had really high expectations, and so did everyone else of you. You had them of yourself because everyone else had them of you. They were just jealous because they couldn't do it the way that you can. Um, yeah, you denied yourself pleasure and always made yourself compromise. So at this point, it was a thankless job. You felt like you lost your power. You finally crossed over. And at this point, your creativity has the ability to be inventive again, to die and rebirth itself. It's like Marxism right here in the cards, like a regenesis of self after destruction, birth, life, death, rinse and repeat. Anyway, that's what I'm getting for you right now, Gemini. Sorry I don't have more. Definitely will next time. You guys have a good week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.